Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. I'm John. I'm from kumakaw.com. It's a men's lifestyle website. I just want to ask Attorney Lelaine. This seems to be like a very big undertaking that Sun is actually doing. It's a big help to the government, of course. But together with that help, it looks like they're campaigning for people to actually ask your office if ever they are experiencing those scams that you mentioned earlier, to call your office. Aren't you worried to be flooded by people? Because that's probably what's gonna happen after this.
We're ready for that. Because based on our experience, when people are still getting their return of investment, no one complains. They're still happy. When we issue advisories, people call us and tell us, why are you doing these things? We are still getting our investments. When you issue the advisory, then they did not give us the returns. So that's our experience. No one complains when everyone is happy receiving their returns. That's why we are encouraging people to come and file their complaints with the SEC. But as I've said, if you look at in the case of One Dream, according to the Department of Justice, they have around 20 complainants. But when we got copies of the complaints with the DOJ, it's not signed. Only around 4 persons signed the complaint.
Interesting.
Is that something that you would want to, of course, not happen in the near future?
What we want is for people to come in and file their complaint. But as I've said, no one complains when everyone is still receiving their returns of investment. Only when the company closes down and they cannot get their payout or exceeds, then that's the time that they come. But I want to tell you that in the case of One Dream, we specifically went to Lipa and informed the mayor there that we'll be there and we'll be getting the statements from the complainants. We're there. We're ready with our laptop, ready our printers, etc. But except for 3 persons who does not like to be identified, only 3 persons came, despite our announcement that we'll be there and we'll be getting their statements.
If I may add, it's probably the psychology or the behavior. For some people, when they get scammed or when they lose their money, they also kind of lose face, and so they don't want to report. I have an experience. I have a friend, and then I asked, so how much did you invest? How much did you lose? And they didn't want to say. They just said, no, I just lost the money that I earned. But I don't really think so. So I guess that's also the type of behavior. And so we encourage people, as we said, we gave some tips, educate yourself, know what to look out for. And again, reporting to the SEC is also to help others so that they don't become victimized as well.
And to add on to that, what is Sun actually doing as part of this campaign?
Well, first of all, this is just the first step, no? So we are, we're launching and we're helping the SEC launch this anti-scam advocacy, and we have our brand ambassador, Matteo, to help us, because as you know, if you give just simple advisory tips, it won't really catch the attention, and especially with Matteo, who's also in that generation of young people who are also starting to earn serious money. You want to protect them, and also, even as Attorney Lelaine said, you're also more concerned with the farmers or the government employees, the retirees who part away with lifetime savings. So you want to help. You want to help them and have the widest reach possible, and that helps with with the popular brand ambassador, so that people will listen.
And with Sun itself, are there any products or services that they are actually offering together with this particular campaign?
Well, aside those, so this is just the first of the episodes, and through our 3,000 advisors, we have we have financial planning sessions. We do also, press briefings like this once, every so often, regularly, and through our website. Also, we also have some, some materials. If you want to, if you want to research, we have our Brighter Life website. We have a Brighter Planet Institute. We have so many ways we're in. People can ask, investors can ask, and all people can approach us. We have, out of the 7,000 agents, we have 3,000 licensed for mutual funds. We have 50 plus customer centers. And how many branches do we have? Also, I think 38, 40 branches also. So, there's a lot, but there's still a lot more that, that we do. Although we have new products coming soon.
And how about Matteo? Are you personally invested in some of Sun Life services?
I'm in the insurance. Yes, I had one. I got approved, I think, last year. The investment naman, I will be after this. I already talked to my advisor. He's right there. I'm going to, and there's other products Sun Life's gonna come out with. That's very, very exciting, and it's not going to be intimidating for people, because a lot of people are very intimidated in investing money. They think they need a lot of money to invest, millions or whatever. But this product they're coming out with, anybody can invest, and it's very easy to invest with.
Thank you.
Can we just take note of what Matteo said, diba? He earlier mentioned that his father is the one who, primarily guides him through all of these. But he also has a financial advisor, because it's also important that we ask for the help of a professional in dealing with our financial journey. That's why it's also important for us to come to a professional and get sound advice. All right? Next question. Yes, Sir Randall.
I'm Randall Johnson. I write for many applications. My question is for the SEC. So, congratulations, because it's really, I know the difficulty of trying to expose all of these things. But the question is, do we actually need a complainant to go ahead from their campaigns, from their promotions, or just reviewing their compensation packages? They can actually come in and shut these companies down?
Because sir, we need statement. If you file a case in court, they will need a victim. And we are not victims. The SEC will just conduct an investigation. We execute affidavits based on our knowledge on the scheme. But when it comes to filing a criminal case in court, we need a victim. The SEC is not a victim. We are not allowed to entrap, because that's against the law.
It seems to be, attorney, you need siguro changing in the legislation on the regulatory framework of the SEC. If you compare with other nations, the way they can do it, all of these things. So I think that's going to be next in the agenda that has to be pushed, because I'm actually also part of this anti-scam thing, and I know the difficulties that you guys are going through. But again, it's so hard to get actually those victims, and we can go forward. Because just as nakakapagod din mag-expose these things. They come up on every day or on a regular basis. But unless we have some teeth in our regulations and...
Exactly. That's one reason why I think our commissioners are now lobbying. But because of the election, I think they are not ready to accept our lobbying. Because we need to change or to amend our law. Because we need really teeth on... Because when the Securities Regulation Code was amended and intracorporate controversies are now in courts, then that's the time that the SEC has no longer that you can call teeth. That's why we need really to amend.
Or we can make this a campaign issue, right?
Perhaps. But these issues are not palatable to the politicians.
Unless they get scammed.
Yes.
And some of them do.
Yes, I know for a fact. One ambassador is also a victim of scam.